Alright guys, got something a little different today. I don't know if anybody can guess what this thing is, just by looking at the crate that it came in. I started tearing it open. Wanted to save the surprise. I think it'll be a fun little useful thing. So, tell me if you know what it is yet. Any ideas? Anybody? I've been looking for a little trailer that I can haul wood up north, put the kids in, dirt, whatever, just something that takes some abuse. So, Metsa Machines in Merrill, Wisconsin imports these little trailers from Finland. Really cool. They actually have a ton of product lines. If you cut wood, burn wood, do anything with wood, lumber, these guys have a ton of stuff. Snow blowers for side-by-sides and tractors and all kinds of things. Check them out. Metsa Machines in Merrill, Wisconsin. So anyway, this little trailer is 1,500 pound capacity. It dumps and the front and back come off of it. And it's got these little jaws. So if you wanted to throw a full-length piece of firewood in there, it sits in the valley of this thing and you could pile up to 1,500 pounds in it. And it's got the 22-inch ATV tires on it. So it's pretty useful. You can take it in the woods, take it across the mud, wherever you need to go with it. So we're gonna test out the durability of this little guy and see how it works for us. Okay, we got her just about together here. I just wanted to point out a couple things. Pretty impressed with the tongue. Anybody who's ever done any off-roading knows what this is gonna do for it. So this is the bottom side of the tongue, top side of the tongue. This bolts onto the trailer and it pivots. So when you're pulling this thing through the woods and you're running over logs and stumps and moguls and whatever else, this is gonna pivot, keeping your trailer sitting flat. So that's the first thing that when I first opened that up, I'm like, oh, that's pretty impressive. They've obviously done some engineering there. So I bolted the tongue and everything on. She's made pretty beefy. Like I said, 1,500 pound capacity. It's a little different than I usually do on my channel, but it's gonna get pulled with the General, 4-wheelers. So, completely ties in with what I do on a pretty normal basis. So once I'm done, I'll flip it over. I'll show you guys how the front and the back comes off, and we'll tip it up and dump it, and we'll do some throw some logs in it, some rocks, and haul some sand and gravel with it. See how she works. Okay, here's the finished project. Looks like it's pretty well built. Like I said, the tongue pivots. So when you run over logs and stumps and whatever, trailer stays flat instead of tipping over. Front and back. Just have this little buckle. Pops right off. So if you're needing to haul something longer than what the little trailer can do, just pop the front and back off of it, or vice versa, one or the other. Back in. Kind of hard to do one handed. Didn't get it right either. Lock the half back down. She's ready to roll again. Front and back does that. pretty neat little trailer. Kind of excited to get it out in the woods and see how it hauls wood. So a couple things. Overall, this thing's about 4'11", just under. On the inside, it is just a little bit shorter than that. Probably about 4'8.5". Overall width is about 3'6.5". And about 3'5.5" on the inside, roughly. And then depth, at about 16.5 inches deep-wise. Pretty good ground clearance with the big 22-inch tires. They have a nice actual steel rim with a guard for the valve stem, so you don't blow a tire. You can always do a lot of stuff, but if you blow a tire, it's going to be pretty useless going through the woods. This handle slides out for dumping it. Just pull that to the side. Probably can't do it by myself, one-handed. Spring loaded. Of course, it's not going to be free. And dumps all the way back. Pretty slick. She's gonna come in pretty handy. Like I said, it's pretty heavy duty build. I mean, 1,500 pound capacity. Pretty slick. Now we just gotta put it to work. Alright, so this is what this thing is gonna be used for primarily. There's not a whole lot of wood in there yet. When I got it up north and it's loaded completely down, that's when it'll show the true test of it, but it works really good. I just pulled it about 7 miles, all loaded down with the garbage, down to the recycling center. Works like a charm. Popped the back door off, slid the garbage out. Had a bunch of whatever, board pieces and nails and whatever else laying in there, so works perfect.